Hello. Well, the news of the day is that Will Smith walked up to the podium at the Oscars and sucker slapped Chris Rock. And that brought to my mind that rather snobby comment by Meryl Streep a few years ago. I think it was the Golden Globes, wasn't it? In which she said that without Hollywood's artistes, there'd be nothing to watch on TV but football and mixed martial arts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, no doubt to deal with the falling figures, it looks like, in its desperation to attract more views, the Oscars have gone for the MMA after all. Except this is Hollywood, so it's martial arts in dinner suits. Ostensibly, Smith assaulted Rock for his joke about Mrs. Smith's hair, or lack thereof. And, well, what a relief this was. Will Smith happens to be black. And so is Chris Rock. So when I say that Smith's violence was an act of savagery, I can immediately follow that up with the observation that Chris Rock was a perfect gentleman about it. And so, I feel that it's possible to get away with saying someone was acting like a barbarian, even if he does happen to be black, and I don't get called a racist. Thank you, the gods of fate. Look, I'm no fan of Chris Rock, but he handled the situation amazingly well. Props to you, Chris. Can you imagine what sort of knots the media would be in had Rock been white? Or worse, had Smith been white? But that would never happen, would it? Because a white actor, however much his wife was being insulted, would be held to a much higher standard of self-control than appears to have been the case with Smith. Just look how the crowd responded. Crickets. Crickets and tumbleweed. I am absolutely positive that if a couple of white actors had been involved in such a fracas, the incident would have been accompanied by, shocked gasps at least, and possibly even boos or shouts. But that would have been because a white actor would have been expected to control himself much more meticulously. And it's my belief that Will Smith felt he could get away with that sort of behaviour simply because of his physical appearance. And there you see not only the soft bigotry of low expectations, but the pernicious effect it has on the objects of its bigotry. I don't go with those ideas that it was staged, by the way, although people are trying to do that to excuse it. Anyway, to the object of Smith's rage, it turns out that Jada Smith's lack of a hairstyle is due to medical problems. Although I didn't know that when I first saw the pictures. I thought the shorn head was just for effect, could easily have been. But it turns out she lost her hair through some sort of autoimmune reaction. Such diseases are often caused by stress, of course, and I wonder what sort of stress a Jada Smith might be under. My own autoimmune disease, which takes the form of food allergies, were most likely caused by the stress of having to spend my childhood under the hand, literally, of an abusive mother. I wonder if other women get autoimmune diseases from, let's say, abusive husbands? Just asking. Now, I can hardly leave this subject without making a fashion comment, as many of you are aware. I've been known to critique the outfits worn at such occasions as the Oscars, but this year, I just didn't have the heart, what with all the terrible rest of things that have been going on recently. However, having seen Mrs. Smith's outfit, I couldn't resist making a comment about it because Well, look, the top is lovely and she's got a very graceful figure and she suited it well. But the bottom half, well, makes it look like she just stepped into the front half of a pantomime horse and then the person who was supposed to be in the rear ratted out on her, leaving her to drag the crumpled remains of the body behind her. And yeah, it did occur to me that if Will Smith is such a devoted husband, wouldn't he have stepped in, literally, to take up the slack? He'd be very well suited to that position, I think, considering what a good job he made, even without a costume, of being a horse's arse the rest of the time. And I am Graniopteryx, to be found on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. When I upload a new video, I let you know about it on Twitter, Gab and Parler, where I am at Graniopteryx. And, well, remember, click the like button, share the video, support my channel if you can, and I'll see you next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.